Carolijn Brouwer from the Netherlands, but with the Australian team, because it's a coach for the Australian team. It's your first time in Andorra, Carolijn?
Yes, it's my first time in Andorra. I've been to Genoa, but never in Andorra. First time.
First time. You train with your team, with the girl of your team before the European Championship. What do you expect and how's going on?
Well, we've just come from Australia. It's our first race in Europe this year. So we had a very nice summer in Australia with a lot of racing and a lot of training, very good training. And we came to Andorra to sail the European Championship. It's not as important for the girls as maybe Palma and here, because that's their trials for the test event. But it's really good to, obviously, a European Championship, everybody is here, there's hardly anyone missing. And for them it's a funding regatta as well, if they get a top 8 results. And it's good to just train as much as possible and race as much as possible in Europe, because in Australia we don't get the numbers, the fleet numbers that we get here in Europe. So it's
nice because you pass from the summer in Australia to the summer in the Med.
Yes, yesterday was a challenging day for my girls because it was very cold here, and they sailed in big breeze in Australia in just a little lycra, and here yesterday they were wearing everything they had. So it was a very challenging day, but they did very well.
Thank you. Bye bye. Fair winds.
Thank you very much.
The big Pavlos Kontides Olympic silver medal. It's your first time in Andorra?
Yes, my first time. I never sailed before. It's a pretty tricky place, I can say. We didn't spend much time before the championship to get used to the conditions. But every day we understand more about the place. A lot of current and driven, I would say, and the mountains influence a lot if the wind is coming from the northeast, what we had yesterday. And I didn't have time to visit around the place, but I heard it's really nice.
Yeah, I know.
We live up here in this small mountain, and it's a very nice nature around, and it's very quiet. So I like it.
What about the next of the season? This is it's a European but also a warm-up regatta, because we have Palma here and so on.
Yeah, exactly. The major goal for the season is the World Championship in August in Scheveningen, which will be also the first Olympic qualifier. And this is the first major championship. We still have the World Cups in Palma, you said, in year, Spain and France. And then we try to make a specific preparation with currents for the Worlds, as we expect also a lot of current there. And also at the same time try to manage the balance with spending enough time in Marseille, France, which will be the Olympics for next year. We have the test event as well in middle of July. Coaches also want to have some race in June. So it's a busy schedule as always.
And did you find the fleet after the winter? The level of the fleet and your level in the fleet?
Yeah, it's like it seems that I had a bit of rustness in me at the beginning of the championship, but then I shook it off, and you can see that from the results as well, I will say. And the level of fleet is always very high. Some people manage to have better preparation than others, depending on which destination you were in the winter. It was especially in most of part of Europe was very cold winter, and it was question if you had the good conditions to prepare enough hours on the boat or not. But as you said, it's the first championship of the year, so looking forward to a busy schedule ahead.
Looking forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye. Elyse from Australia.
Yes.
Elyse, welcome in Andorra. It's your first time in Andorra?
Yeah, it's my first time in Andorra, and I'm loving it so far. Not much wind, so a bit of waiting around, but the town, and it's all very beautiful. Yeah.
I know that you are used to train in Andorra some weeks before the European Championship, and the weather was completely different.
Yeah, well, we arrived only just before the regatta, but we saw lots of other Europeans here training before the event, and it looked very different. Like, I packed all my warm clothes thinking it would be colder, but the sun is out, and it's good.
Elyse, you are so far from your country, no?
Yeah.
And the World season for Olympic class will be in the Mediterranean. We'll finish with the Worlds in Scheveningen, in the Netherlands. So what's your expectations for this Europeans and for the season, for the world season?
Well, it's going to be a pretty big season. Like, I know a lot of the events are qualifications for certain countries, and like their own trials are starting to begin. So I expect a lot of good competition, and the fight is going to be all the way through to the end, and even in The Hague, pretty much all the way until the games. So yeah, there'll be a lot of competition around, and it makes it all worth it when you
Last question. How old are you, Elyse?
I'm 24.
24. What means Olympics for you?
Wait, what was the question? What?
The word Olympics for you,
Yeah.
what means?
I think it's just, it's like this really cool event, and it's like just this goal, and we're a very young squad, and we've worked really hard to get here, and I think we've got many years left for us. But yeah, it's just this, cool goal to achieve.
Thank you very much.
That's right, back.
Niels from Netherlands. First time in Andorra, Niels?
Yes, first time in Andorra. Actually, I've been here quite early already, so I've been here for almost 3 weeks now.
Okay. So you know very well the race course, and probably the forecast were different during the championship. Huh?
Yeah, for sure. Especially in the beginning when I got here, it was still really cold. It was 4 or 5 degrees and a lot of wind. Well, now it's completely different. It's actually nice and sunny, but not so much wind.
What was your expectations, and how is going on this European?
Well, my expectations were not super high. It's early in the season. Everybody is coming out of winter training, and I feel like it's more just to see like where you are compared to the other guys who came out of winter. So it was actually really funny because it's immediately quite a serious event because it's European Championships. But we didn't do any big warm-up regattas. It was just like called into sort of a peak event, which is fun.
It's together. It's warm-up and European together.
Yeah. So it's completely different to what we're normally used to. Yeah. But it's nice. Like I really like the venue itself. It's great for biking, and as a sailor, we're used to biking a lot. So we enjoy being here.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Julia from Germany. Your first time in Andorra?
It's my second time. We've been here 2 weeks ago.
Wow, for training?
Yes.
How did you find the race course, and how is going this European Championship?
I had a pretty good start into the European Championship by winning the first race. And then afterward it got a little more difficult, like the decisions by the jury and the race committee. It felt like we could have done more or better racing, but at least we are now getting to catch up with the racing. That's fine.
What's your goal for the season?
I want to compete at the test event, and I want to get the nations ticket for Germany at the World Championship.
You will back in Andorra?
If there's another event, then yes. If not, then I probably won't come back.
Ciao.
Ciao.
James from Canada. This is a European Championship, but you are here from Canada because the season is coming, no?
Yeah. It's great to be here at the European Championships. It's a great competition here. We come all the way from Canada. I'm from Toronto, but yeah, we had some good conditions today, and we were happy to get the practice in.
How's going this European Championship for you, and what you can say about the venue?
Yeah, the venue's an interesting one. It's when we were here training the weeks before, we had some good breeze from the southwest, and then the first couple of days of the regatta we had interesting, kind of just all over the place, and then today was super light again. So yeah, not super consistent breeze, but nice facilities at least.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
From GBR, Great Britain, this is the first regatta of the season. What's your goal, and what about this venue?
Yeah, well, my goal was Silver Fleet, but that went really well, as you can see by the red thing on my mast. Yeah, it's all right. It's quite a pretty place. It's nice and warm. Makes a change from the UK, which is freezing. But yeah, wind's a bit all over the place. It was okay today, but yesterday was horrible. Just not very nice, but nice. Just a nice place. Shame about the launching, but it's okay.
Your goal in the next for the season?
I don't know. I don't really know, to be honest. It's kind of all building up to the under-21 Euros and Worlds later this year. It'd be nice to do quite well at those, but I'm not really too sure yet.
Thank you much. Bye.
Cheers.